Morning, everybody. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day. Just a reminder, everything we're about to do is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do not trade with live funds. Let's get it for CPI release. Should be able to see my screens. CPI is just about to release here in just on a minute. You guys all had the correct link. YouTube was giving me issues with trying to get on, so we are good now. But yeah, right now, I mean, the only thing to check is DXY, just like we did last week for, was it NFP that we called correctly? Right now, DXY did have a bearish confirmation earlier, but right now it's shift to neutral in the box. The pound is bullish, and so is the euro. So it just means that this release is going to be more neutral for us as far as which one's going to go. This one's a little bit harder to predict. The ES is, and never mind. There's the roof. So now we don't have to worry about it. We have to wait for this next candle to close 15 minutes. The only thing that True Algo members, you guys have compared to everyone else who's with us right now is I told you guys which way we were going for NFP, and that was correct. But obviously no one here is going to understand or listen because they're not in our Discord. But we did get the bullish NFP that we called last night. I wonder if I can show the image later. There was no shorts on the NQ. You can see right here. Just had that bullish confirmation. The ES had that bullish confirmation. The ES confirmation was done. So any of you guys that were still holding your NQ long, it just went absolutely fantastic for you, both on US 30 and the NQ. Again, for anyone watching. You'll see what I just said about the pound. Again, this is the confirmation on both the ES and the NQ. The ES was already done, though, so you would have had to have been out of that idea. This is the average move on the ES. Oh, my gosh. There we go. Sorry about that. But you can see that bearish confirmation right there to complete it. It did run the full 16.5 handles before it stopped. And then now we have pushed up. But True Algo members, again, please check the Discord. Last night I told you guys we would get a bullish CPI, and it worked out. So I'll figure out how to show that later. Just seeing if there's anything else going on. You guys see how the pound played out? Right side of your screen. Again, the pound was bullish. DXY had that bearish confirmation right here. That's the wrong tool. Right here. And then it was in retracement back into the box, flipping towards neutral. Gold was in a bullish confirmation. Silver was neutral. Oil's been neutral all day until we had this bullish confirmation at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And oil's now played out. We want to get oil up to here, but you've gotten to the next box. So there's just a probability that this oil move's done. Let's do the tick too, by the way. Like to the literal tick on the box. Crypto folks, Bitcoin and ETH trying to flip everything bullish. Tether flipping everything bearish. Let me get these labels off. They're going to bother me. There we go. Can update stocks here. There's no reason. I'll update these in 13 minutes on the close. As you can see, they've all hit. Oh my God, my throat. The stocks have all hit boxes, so there's no reason to update them right now. Russell, it actually did have a bullish confirmation right before the release. As you guys can see, it didn't hit that box. It looks like it did, but you zoom in, it did not hit the box. It missed it by a tick. Russell's going ape. But yeah, man. US 30 with that bullish confirmation. All these are valid. If you didn't take any of those, then that was your very first bullish confirmation. This is the average move on US 30. We just posted this last night too. How well it performed yesterday. And then you can see CPI pushed through for the average move. Stop loss would extend through the box right here. Though I know a lot of your guys' brokers stop you guys from being on here. No, Alan. PPI is never as volatile as CPI. Now remember, everything is statistically based, so there could be a PPI that is more volatile, but the size candle you see right now, this is pretty normal for CPI, and PPI tends to be a smaller candle for the release. now, just waiting for this candle to close. You guys know that there won't be anything to do after this candle because we've hit a box above with a bullish candle. So unless this candle literally sells off for the next 11 minutes all the way below the box, then we have to sit here and wait. Hey, Glory, I remember you from before, bud. Hope you're doing well. I think it was like more like last summer. You can see this, the tech sector, Apple taking profit at our box above, Microsoft profit above, Amazon's above it currently. Tesla's hitting our trending box. Mike, I'm not sure if you're in here, bud. Remember I was talking to you on Sunday, but you can see as everyone hates on Tesla, it's now up 10.5% from the bottom. So as everyone hates on him, that's a free 10% on your investment. I'm going to leave the indexes up. Guys, give me 1 second so I can pop up the what I told you guys last night. Where are you at? There you go. Hopefully I can show you guys here the same thing. It's just a little bit difficult on the streaming thing. I am still here. I'm just trying to communicate with everybody. Just give me a second. But we did nail. I would have got on here earlier, but man, it just, YouTube was giving me a lot of difficulties to jump on, so. I'm just commenting to people on our Discord. I know most of you guys that are in the chat right now are here too with me, but any of you guys on the free side, I'll post it in our here as well, just so you guys can see it and call me out if it's not true. Oh, man, I still feel like I'm dying. I'm just looking at some of your guys' DMs from some of the plays you took overnight. A lot of you guys took these longs. Late London, I guess what you would say like early New York, though New York's still not open. But congrats to you guys that took them. Forex Crypto, are you one of our members? Or you? I know I see you almost every stream. I can't remember. I feel like you are somebody. But that's not your name on our Discord. Just let me know. But the first thing I would tell any of you guys that are thinking bull runs and bear runs, I wouldn't do that. That's a trap for all those. I guess I'm trying to think of a funny way to explain it. It's like a honeypot, and if you don't know what a honeypot is, look that up. And that would be what people on Twitter would do. They treat something like a bull run or a bear run as someone like a honeypot. Let's see, we popped our daily sell box and then pushed down. DXY found support. But yeah, gotta just hurry up and wait now for this close. It's gonna be pretty boring for the next 23 minutes. If you guys want to go grab a coffee and come back, unless over the next 8 minutes we get a bearish. Markets have to do this right now. On this candle, they have to go like this. Like this candle has to come, push all the way down to this area, close bearish, and then we can short. If not, it's going to be a whole bunch of hurry up and wait. Rick, I just saw your message. Congrats, buddy. He was long on Euro. Good job, bud. You guys can't see it. Sorry, it's on Discord. I'm here. Just not saying anything because there's nothing to say. Unlike other people who are like trying to push everything that they can, there's nothing to do right now. But I can show you just so you can see that there's no BS on this here in a second. Apollo, all of these are on, like, for me, I stay on the perpetual charts. I just broke this one. Here, what you can see on TradingView down here, but all of these assets that we watch are on MT5. You just don't have our boxes on MT5, which doesn't matter because you can literally execute on MT5 on the right side of your screen, phone, iPad, whatever it is, and then you have our system here on the left. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get TradingView to stop being dumb. Right now, it's not loading, just so I can show you this. Yep, I keep breaking it over and over and over again. Let's see if it works this time. I apologize. There we go. So like you can see here, you guys that know our system, there's that pop of that top box, but no short yet on NQ, so you can't do anything. And then as we start to replay the candles, there's a bullish push up. So even though ES is telling us to look for shorts, it's a confluence asset. So you can't take a short independently on ES, especially True Algo members, because look, it's not stuck in level 4 through 7. Again, I don't want to get too advanced for people. And then boom, there's your bullish confirmation. And it's a bullish confirmation on everything. We call this a trifecta. True Algo members, if you didn't take a long here on US 30, even though it's valid from the day system, you can still wait for it to clear the weekly, but this is valid. But watch the center screen for all of you guys. So like this is where you enter in that long position, enter long. I would highly suggest when you guys practice that you use micros, not minis. These are the mini chart though. And then your average win, watch, is 66 ticks or 16 and a half handles. So like this is your average win. But the problem is this box can stop price in its tracks. So you have to be conscientious of that. And then on the NQ, it's 65 and a half handles. That's our average win. So over here on the NQ, you're only trying to get it to that point right there. Those are the goals to get each of these assets to. And then watch. Remember, and you only have to wait on 15-minute candles. There's a nice retracement. So if you were taking micros right here, this would be the next 5 micros or whatever percentage of micros you take. This would be the next entrance here on the NQ because you've retraced back to the box. And this is what we teach you guys always. And then from here, now it's starting to flip bullish in case you were not in there. If you weren't in any more of your contract, this could be the second time. Our stop loss doesn't change. It's still in the correct spot. And then boom, within 45 minutes, you're now net positive on the idea. Had that sniper retracement. ES is still pushing against you. Still in that box and making everybody fearful. It's just consolidating. And again, we don't care that it consolidates. It's just when it closes below the box. And then from here, there's the push up on both of them. I didn't add in any retracement, but you could have. And then from here, you can see the ES is now a win. So like you can't sit here and just like keep holding and not close this. So you have to understand that sometimes that you won't get any more. And this is why we teach you on micros so that you can actually take profit and still let runners run. But if you're on minis, you're done now. So you'd have to close that position. The NQ hasn't gotten to the average yet, though. And you can see US 30 activated this position if you weren't in here. You guys see that on the right side? And then obviously now we're like 2 ticks shy of the average win. Our stats are down here in the bottom right. NQ hasn't gotten to the average win. It will. A little bit of retracement. Now the ES is telling you to look for shorts. So like that position has to be done. So you can't be in a long position still on the ES unless you're letting your runners run from the micros. So this is done. The only positions left are US 30 and the NQ. And then from here, obviously this is dumb. Get out of my way. It force closes that position. But then you'll see the position tool still on there. We get the average move on the CPI release. Your stop would remain in the same place. And then things go absolutely parabolic for you. If you guys are on prop firms, sometimes they make you guys close your position for those 2 minutes, which obviously is lame, but it is what it is. But really good win on both the NQ, ES, US 30. There was no losses because there was no shorts today to take. So congrats on anyone taking the longs. And for any of you guys, True Algo members that watched the Discord side for the macro update, where I told you guys that we would have a bullish CPI, and we should push up today because of 2022. I can show that later if it helps anybody. That pound is all the way back down after taking profit. Again, you can see DXY, short confirmation, retrace. If you missed the first entrance, this is your second short for CPI release, probably out perfectly. And then if you were on the pound, bullish confirmation, take the longs here. There was no second entrance. There was here, but heavy retracement, and then that played out for CPI. I can show you the euro too. The euro should look very, very similar to the pound. The euro versus the pound must be very bullish because it held up a lot better. The euro looks like the DXY, man. That's crazy. Just as far as the overall area price where it's at right now. Oh, it's because it's sandwiched between boxes. Same thing as DXY. It makes sense. The pound doesn't have this. So if you're a Forex person, being on the pound might be a little bit better. Just because you guys see how much clearance it has compared to the euro. So when you're picking assets to be on, oil looks like it's in replay mode and it hasn't budged. You guys see that? Watch the 1 minute chart. It literally hasn't moved. Gold and silver are like the same exact thing that just happened on indexes. I can show you what I mean, guys. Watch this. Watch the left side and center of your screen. Like right here is the longs on gold and silver simultaneously. It's the same candle too. And so like as those say long, this is the average move on silver. Silver's $25 a tick, by the way. So it's an expensive asset to play. But the win rate on silver is 80%. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. It's not working out very well. There we go. So there's the average win on gold. You can see there's almost zero retracement on both of them. Okay, and then from there, gold and silver both push up to their average win. Gold exceeds the average win. You can't short this because the only way to take this short, silver also has to tell you to short, and there's no short. So it comes all the way up there and then retraces back down, and then there's nothing you can do now. It has to be neutral, but it did give you that average win earlier during the London session. But silver, this is where, again, if you let your runners run, they do their job. There's been no shorts on silver. So same thing with oil. Congratulations, no shorts. So there's been no shorts across the commodities, at least the main three, gold, silver, oil, that we watch. We just got our next close, and this is what I was telling you guys about. The next, 25 minutes are going to be boring. You're now neutral. You closed in the box. Neutral, closed in the box. And then neutral, closed in the box. I mean, it's actually a bearish confirmation on US 30. You just have the support from the what's it called? The daily box from above. So True Algo members looks like this. This isn't something I would take. Even if it goes correctly, I wouldn't take it because it has support from this right here. I'd rather get a close now below that box. I don't want to play with our red trend stopping the box. Does that make sense, True Algo members? And just in case you're confused, it's the same thing. It goes like this. This is a valid close because it's a long from here. But I said if you didn't take it, then there's your valid long. And you back tested that line. So this isn't somewhere I'm going to jump in all of a sudden. Same thing with Russell. Russell's also neutral. So the other big three are neutral. US 30 is the only one that potentially could be bearish, but it's going to be so much better to get a short from here down here. That's the equivalent of getting that long from right there. Tesla is trending bullish. So Tesla's out now as far as you trying to get any new ideas for New York Open. And unfortunately, Apple is neutral. Microsoft is neutral. And NVIDIA is trending bullish. So none of those are going to help for the current moves on these candles. You can see like right here. You might be like, how is Apple and Microsoft neutral? Look at the candles. Aren't they green? It's like, yeah, but look. Our system has rules, and because we're rule-based, you can't just like institute your own ideas and feelings. This green candle that closed above this box, we think is bullish, but there's a problem. You can't have that same candle also clip the box above, because now the very next candle can flip you bearish. So that's why the N is here for neutral. And then really quick, let me check Amazon. Amazon was pushing through that top box, and it's going to be neutral as well. Right here. Yep. Everything is neutral. So they all look bullish, but we would only say it's bullish if it's an idea that we can act on. So we got to chill. Thanks, Dan. Let me move it. The markets have been giving us a lot of moves during the Asia session, and we've been on micros overnight just to take advantage of it. Oh, I see what he's saying. Yeah, now US Still the same thing versus that. Oh, that move was even better. Anyone watching this, I know a couple of you guys have been DMing me. We talk about micros versus minis. Everything is decided on the mini chart, like these three. But then your execution when you're practicing should be on the minis. Oh my gosh, my brain. You should be watching the minis, but your execution is on micros. That way you can take advantage of retracement, that way, or drawdown as you guys call it. And so that would be the something you have to get used to, but it's really not hard. You just have your chart up here with, I can show you what I mean. Watch. Here's an example. Put the US 30 right here, and then put the micros right here, and then simply turn off all the boxes. You don't need them. And then you have them over here on the right side of your screen. And then all you have to do is just in your layout here, just turn the sync on so that they're synced across the board. And then from here, when you have that long position activated, look to the right side of your screen. That's where you're activating on your execution or your MT5 or whatever you guys want to practice on. And there's nothing wrong with that. So like right here, you would enter into those 5 micros or whatever you want. You don't need to enter into 10 micros because that would equal 1 mini. The whole point is entering in is so that when this price action retraces against you, you can enter back into 5 more micros and then equaling a mini contract. You guys see how that position's running against you? Again, that's part of the live stream help that I hope I can help you guys with. It's not a position of interest for me. Whoops. We don't need that. Tech, you're always here, bud, and you ask good questions. How would you want me to answer that question? I feel like me answering it is not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. Just ask people in Discord. I mean, if you think about it, almost every play you guys do on your own, don't they never just go straight up or down in your favor? There is always some type of drawdown or retracement against you. I'm willing to bet all of you there's an 80% chance every time you guys take a play, it retraces against you. Almost never 100% does it always go in your favor. So you have to have some type of drawdown to play. We just give you the average that it will actually draw down against you. And again, it's suggested that you guys practice on micros, not just so you can take advantage of the drawdown, but you guys are used to playing on minis on your prop firms. And then you take a position and then it starts going in your favor and you're out. And you can never take advantage of the full move. And if Tech, I don't know if this was you or I know it was somebody else. They told me before that like, oh, you would never hold that play that long. It's like, yeah, you guys always say that because you're playing on minis and you have nothing to let run. So our system can help fix it on you. Tech, you've been watching this stuff now for over a year. So at some point, you just need to jump in. If not, I don't understand what answer or question is going to help convince you. And it ain't going to come from me at this point. It's everybody else. Oil still hasn't budged. It's crazy. It's literally stopped. Nothing new, crypto, folks. Crypto is super range bound, too. We have the next close here in 8 minutes, everybody, and I'll update everything. It's a close on every asset so we can update everything. Alan, what were you saying about... I already answered you on Russell, that Russell's neutral. Stuck between boxes, you can't do anything. Weren't you saying something about the beacons, too? Oh, I see what you're saying, Glory. Let me make sure they're not off. They're cleared on most assets. It's kind of funny that you remember that. So he's talking about this. They were cleared already, right at the beginning of the Asia session. You see right here, bud? There's a daily scalp and beacon right there. And then the NQ, same exact thing, story right there. US 30 had one of them right at the open, right here. And then look at the right side of your screen. You can see as we push up, there's the hit. And cleared out the next one. So that's why you don't see any more, because price action, even though a lot of you guys, maybe you've been having a lot of issues with markets, the price action's been really clean during the Asia session and clearing those out. This one up here is an old target. You can see yesterday's that high was taken out during the New York session, and it cleared our daily beacon and then pushed out. Had an 80% chance to be cleared yesterday and did its job. Close here in 5.5 minutes. You're looking at NG, natural gas again. I can pop it up real fast. Man, oil still hasn't moved. Natural gas is moving to the center of the screen, everybody, just to answer Alan's question. Yeah, I mean, you had shorts earlier, and then now a long that's in retracement. You had 3 stack boxes too, bud, right? So you have to account for sizing if you're going to take that long idea. There's a ton of beacons and scalps to be cleared out. Aren't these? Oh, that's... So, again, Glory, you asked to see the W. That's the weekly versions. We have one more weekly version to be cleared. The hit rate on the weekly is very low. On the first day that it prints, I can show you guys the stats. We also have the videos in the tutorial section that explains this. There's 5 videos for you to watch as soon as you join to get going. I'm trying to get the stats to prop up to explain it real fast. Oil's now moving down a smidge. It's finally moving. There it is. There's the stats. So like you can see the weekly versions right here. The day one hit percent, like when these printed, was only 16%. So you see them down here. They're bearish printed. And we teach this to all members. They can call me out if I'm lying. And so when they are bearishly printed, you want to bullishly get to a box above. And we did. So now you can short from the weekly system. This is our weekly system, guys, to get down to these massive targets that were bearish because the hit rate is so low on day one. So you can't target them the first day that they print because it's only a 16% chance. But as each day goes by, the hit rate percent goes up. And so now you're on day 3 and boom, there's the first one cleared. And you had shorts to get into them, which is what's most important. Sorry, 1 second. There it goes. Three and a half minutes from the next close. What is PI coin? Or are you saying platinum? You got to give me more details on that. And also, I don't even know if that's a coin that we watch. I would imagine that copper looks bullish. Yeah. If silver and gold do in our system, then copper will too. So you can see like copper's been very bullish. The question is, did you have opportunities to get into longs? Sure did. God, it's so pretty. Look. Whoop. Weekly 180. We're trending bullish here in our dashboard, both on the daily and weekly system using True Algo. So before the CPI released right here, that's the same long position. Looks like it was activated at 6:30 a.m. that the index futures did. And now it's up and away. And then True Algo members, you see how you have the trending box from the day system stacked in the trending box on the weekly system? That means the only thing you can look for is up. It'd be different if like 2 days ago when the daily system was stacked up in there, but now there's not. So the only thing you can do is look for price to push up and make sure you guys, if not, look for a different asset. Don't be looking for shorts. It's not going to end well. Once you get back below the D3 or D1, then you can look for it. Oh, Glory, we don't watch any of these brand new coins. Like we put new coins added if our members ask for them. But if it's something brand new, there's no point in looking at it. Like we added the Trump coin. We can see what that bad boy did. So here's Trump. Perfect. Oh, man, the system. I'll tell you what. There's your long position, right? You guys know it. It's not BS. Look. And then tech, if you're here. I mean, look, we're talking about Trump coin now. Like an extremely volatile crypto asset. There's your entrance 1. But look, you see the retracement back, and then it pushes up. And if you miss that first entrance, then there's entrance 2. And then from there, you guys might think this is small. I mean, that's almost a 6% move on the second entrance with no leverage. Trump coin doing great. Back over to Bitcoin. CPI always. Mark, I'm willing to bet that you are not in the USA. I'm guessing the USA had their daylight saving times on Sunday. So it did release at the correct time USA, but if you're not in USA, it might have felt like it was an hour early. We pushed our clocks ahead an hour. So hopefully that answers your question. DXY really bullish off our box. Yep. I think you guys have your version, right, on the last Sunday in March. You guys will push ahead an hour, I think, if my mind serves me right. Yeah, it's all good, bud. But yeah, you just missed that release. There's the next close, everybody. So we do have a bullish confirmation here on the ES. You can see we have a bullish candle that's closed from this box, but there's a problem. The NQ is stuck in the box. So again, we can't change our rules just to try to seem fancy on a live stream. So you can't take the long idea. You all can do whatever you want. I'm just telling you, I'm not going to present a logical fallacy where I pick and choose on the chart where something works and it doesn't. So there is no long. What does that mean? You got to wait again. That's real trading. Real trading means you don't change your time frames to force a move. You have to wait for your rules to work. US 30, folks, if you didn't take that short that we were talking about earlier, I told you I didn't like it because of what the where we were on the micro chart. The mini chart looks good, especially from here because that stop loss is so much smaller. And then 105 ticks literally is already before the next box. The averages looks like this. So you actually get in that retracement point right there. Totally up to you. The Russell is still neutral. So ES, NQ, Russell, you still can't do anything. See if anything changed on the stocks. What's it called? Amazon's now confirmed bullish, everybody. So currently, if New York were to be open right now, you'd be looking for calls for Amazon. Microsoft is still neutral. Oh, no, sorry. I apologize. Microsoft is also looking for calls. The reason why we go over this is because when New York opens in 30 minutes, if most of the tech sector is confirmed a certain direction, then price action will move that way. We saw this yesterday with the, shorts on US 30, right? Yeah. So, let me show you guys right here. I already put the video up from last night. Again, guys, we don't cherry pick 3 weeks ago. We literally just take the previous day. See right here? The tech sector was all confirmed bearish at New York Open. And then we already had bearish confirmations across the board. And you can see what happened. And then that's why right now I cover the main tech sector for you all. Because if they're all leaning a certain direction at New York Open, which is, again, 30 minutes, then there's a high probability 30% of the stock market is going to follow through in that direction. Apple is also in a bullish confirmation. Let me show you. Again, True Algo members, it didn't matter. That first candle, you had to be neutral. But you see how the second candle now is a bullish confirmation? Because it didn't touch that box above. So that is valid. Cool. It's already done because now you've hit the next box. But it's still a bullish confirmation nonetheless. And we'll get another close in 15 minutes to see if anything changes on that. And remember, Tesla is trending, so it's not going to help. It is trending bullish through our system. Let me really quick check NVIDIA. Reminder, NVIDIA was also neutral. It was trending bullish. So NVIDIA looks just like Tesla. You'll see that it's up here in our green box. Yeah. So NVIDIA and Tesla are everything is confirmed bullish now. So that just means at New York Open, we would be looking to take calls, and then we would expect the index futures to push up. Crypto, neutral. Bitcoin Bitcoin looks good from a potential short perspective if we can get it lower. You also have Tether finding support at the low side, so might get shorts here on Bitcoin. The only problem is ETH has support from our system, so you have to make ETH neutral, and then you can play Bitcoin. But playing Ethereum is not going to be very easy to do, guys. You see all these boxes that are in its way? Instead of that being annoying, that's just True Algo telling you to stay away from consolidation. So you see how all these bigger candles moving within the system? And then like people that jumped at that long, you guys have seen enough streams. You do not long a box above, and that's what happens to you. You get destroyed. And then people, if they're like they miss that long, they revenge trade and try to short that giant candle, only to short our box from support. So stay off ETH. Bitcoin is going to be the better play today, and as long as Ethereum is closed in a box, then it's neutral, and you can play Bitcoin. And Tether looks really good too, crypto folks. Gold is in a bullish confirmation. So gold looks like this, everybody. But gold is a confluence asset. And so the problem is silver closed up here. And that is neutral. So you cannot do anything on gold and silver. Oil, again, is barely budging. But again, we already hit the box above. The play is done. I do want to see if we still get the average overall. But there's nothing to do on this play. If we need to get a new bearish candle to hit this box and close bullish above, then you can get a new long, but that hasn't happened. And then we can potentially short oil during New York if you get a close back below here. DXY neutral now at the top. The pound is telling us to short. Again, looking for shorts here on the pound. You have boxes hit above, and that is a bearish candle. The only problem is DXY is at support, so you can't take this idea. You guys notice how like I'm not making up excuses. I'm just telling you the rules. We can't make up or change our rules just to be in a play because we are on markets. And I'm not saying we, I'm just saying anyone in general. That's what people do. They change their strategy. They pick 7 different tools over here on the left. They put on 18 million indicators and try to sell you on something. This is the reality of trading. And you guys, if you don't believe us, watch our other streams. You'll see the same time frame. You'll see the same calls and ideas. But right now you can't do anything because nothing is confirmed in the correct direction, or its confluence asset. You can see right here, confluence asset is telling you to stop. We have one more close here in 11 minutes before the New York Open bell. And then the index futures and stocks will be updated then when it happens. I'm answering a question on our Discord, sorry. We try our best to answer questions as fast as possible. And then JC, I can see what you're talking about with US 30, what I was talking about. Hopefully I helped with that. Yeah, crypto, you might get really good short here on this candle close. You got to wait 24 minutes, but that's part of the game. You can see Amazon's going fantastic. Microsoft is in retracement. Apple hit the top of our box. Again, the very top of the box and taking profit right now. Again, you can't trade options currently. It's just people that are moving. Again, the hedge funds and all of them are fine. They're not playing options because you can't play options right now. It's just the individual stock or underlying stock, as they would say. But yeah, man, just going to be awkward for the next 8 minutes while we wait for this close. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'm here. I see you commenting, JC, but you're on the YouTube stream. I appreciate it, bud. Yeah, man, I'm just trying to be here to help you guys. So for all of, I know most of the people that are in here right now are members, but those of you guys that are not, like, no matter what happens in markets, sometimes you just need that person in your ear to tell you what they're thinking, even though it might completely agree with you, and that can help build confluence. Or you have an idea and you're like, I really want to take that idea, but it doesn't feel right. And then you hear me chime in. Again, I'm just here to demo and paper trade. I'm just here to offer education, but you won't find someone else out there that won't BS you like what we do. Like, we do not BS you. We don't try to scam you. We literally are here to help you guys every single day. But I'm glad it's helped you. But yeah, man, live stream help is always good because most people can't do it on a live. They can teach you concepts. They can teach you what they call strategies. They're not strategies. But for some reason, concepts don't work on live environments. You know what I mean? So we are here to help fix that. See what happens like if you enter into gold. When I talk to you guys about silver is neutral, confluence asset, you can't go in there, and then you'll immediately start getting punished and be underwater. Oil pushing up once again. Again, the goal is to get oil all the way up there. We also have Gloria, if you're still here, bud, that weekly target is up here too. You see it stretched across? So had a very low hit rate to start and then got down way down here to now push up towards that target. Excuse me. Yeah, crypto folks, I know I keep coming back to you guys, but it just might be a really good opportunity. We're also at one of my levels on the macro side too. Crypto, wouldn't it be beautiful to do? We've already done a 360. For anyone who's not a member, look. There's your True Algo 180. There's your True Algo 360. I am totally okay with doing a True Algo 540. I'm okay doing a 720. Like we can bounce between that weekly system the entire week, and it could be the best weekend ever. You're talking about getting 10 to 12% no leverage 4 or 5 times in a week. 60% your asset. Hell yes. Be fantastic. Five minutes from the next close. I'll update everything, everybody. Sorry for the throat clearing and stuff. Yeah, Ryan, it'd be beautiful. And you know it would destroy retail traders too. Because every retail trader right now is bullish. Up here. Go look on Twitter. Bull run is on. We're finally going to get our alt season. Everybody, we're going to 100K. We're going to 100K. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, they're the reason why they feed the shorts in our system. And so, whoop. It's like, thank you. They're the same people that, guys, when we were down here. By the way, and True Algo members had 77,542 and 20 cents. That was the exact level that was given to them on Sunday. So we always do a macro update. And crypto folks, you guys can call me out if I'm lying. And again, to be exact, it was 20 cents. This was the level given on Sunday night. Or sorry, Sunday morning. And look at it. And it went right into the True Algo weekly system too. Hold on, that's not the right area. It's even better than this. Watch. There we go. 77,542.20. Let's go. Glorious. But the True Algo system was even better than my macro idea. You see what I mean? And then everyone down here is saying that crypto is going to go to 0, and then only for it to go in 10% up straight back to 84K. And why they just tell you to hodl, like, why? You don't even need to use leverage. That's the thing. Because people are aggressive. They use leverage and they get wrecked. And again, it's the same thing with you guys on prop firms. Crypto traders let leverage decide if they win or lose. The same reason why prop firm traders just let the prop firms decide if you win or lose. Your strategy doesn't even work because you're using the prop firm's rules. Then use their strategy. You know what I mean? And in case you didn't realize this, the only thing that it says is that you're going to lose almost 99% of the time you will lose on a prop firm. The payout rate is 1.82%. So you might want to keep that in mind. Steven, I see your question. Do you always look at the 30-minute chart? Can this work on the 1-minute chart? So everyone, you see his question, it's really important. By the way, US 30, it's starting to improve. You're welcome to use the 1-minute, 3-minute, 5-minute charts. But I'm telling you that if you all asked everybody in this room, can you guys all do me a favor? How many of you, and because I know a bunch of you guys are our current members, but help Steven out. How many of you all use the 1-minute, 3-minute, and 5-minute before coming to our system? How many of you? Now listen, I don't know how many people are actually going to comment, but watch all the yeses you see come in. So my answer to Steven is this. All of you were taught to be on small time frames. Why? You can control your risk more. But here's the thing. If 90 to 95% of traders use the 1, 3, and 5-minute, then why do 95% of traders lose? So the one thing that will help you with Steven, even if you don't think it's true, is we will help you go to the 15-minute time frame for index futures. And then the 15-minute time frame, we have a 78% win rate with a 16.5 handle average win. And so that's our win rate across assets. US 30 is getting better, by the way. So if you want to use the 1 minute time frame, like here would be my greatest example. If I was Steven, you would need to have two charts up. You would have to have our 15-minute chart up right here, bud. Right here. You see this? And then now, as soon as that confirmation happens, look, we already tell you that on average, it's going to retrace. God, this system is so good. Look. Let the stats get bigger. Right here. This box is going to get bigger, so it's easier for you to see. And so if you want to use the 1 minute time frame, you can, but I never will, and we don't teach it to you. Look, the average retracement or drawdown that we teach you is 95 ticks on the NQ. Guys, look at this. So Tech asked earlier, is the system good on a break and retest? I don't know. You tell me. We give you the stats ahead of time. This is a valid long on the NQ on the 15-minute time frame. Price retraced, draws down against you. Exactly 95 ticks. It is 100% accurate. That's your next entrance. And so if you're on a 1 minute time frame, look, and you want to show off to people how good your entrance is, sure, look. And then you have almost more chances to do it. But why do you even need the 1 minute time frame? This is so stressful. And no offense, guys, I'm going to go be bold and I'm going to say this. It's stupid. If you guys are on a 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute chart, it's stupid. The hardest thing you can do in markets is day trade. And if you go to those small time frames, you are going to make your life harder. That's why your gurus that teach you, they don't live trade on that time frame. They get destroyed. And also, everyone, if you're going to say that, by the way, US 30 is in profit, almost about to hit the average win. Cool. And remember, JC or any of you guys, that's why I told you guys to not enter on that first one. Wait for the retracement. But look, any of you guys using those small time frames, they play for pennies like this. Our average win is 65 handles on the NQ. And so my goal here is to help you guys. And if you want to use that 1 minute time frame, you need to still wait for our 15 minutes to confirm. Then go to the small time frame and work out your sniper entrance. But we do it for you. Like, and again, why even though we told you it would retrace 95 ticks and it did it to the absolute tick, we still wouldn't teach you to do that. What our members know this, but what we teach them is all you have to do is on the retracement and tech, watch this, bud, just wait for the close. And then there's your next entrance. And the initial idea, which was a little bit over a 1R, is now almost a 3R. Now, all of you guys who tell me that's a bad R, no, guys, you were lied to. These positions do not exist in real life. That's why this doesn't work in real trading. This is why that's why you're here. This doesn't work in live trading. Your 5, 6, 7R, all those guys do is try to make this become that. That's why we don't change our positions. And again, anyone who says that they have some type of 7 or 8R, that means you're okay losing 6 times before winning once. And I can guarantee you the average retail trader cannot handle losing 6 times a row and then winning one. Again, there's a reason why 95% lose. And I hope that helps. Steven, I hope that helps explain it, bud. But man, is there anything better than telling you ahead of time that it will retrace 95 ticks? And it retraced exactly 95 ticks. Like the absolute tick. We did get that next close. So right now, you are neutral still on the ES. Look, bearish confirmation, right? Candle, but it hit the box below. You have to wait. And this is perfect because the NQ is still neutral. US 30, those shorts, this is now the second activation if you weren't in the first one. But True Algo members, I hope that helped you up there. It was such a good entrance up there by not having to take the bait on the first one. There are no buys on US 30 right now. Or NQ. And I know you're not a member, so that might be why. And if you are, let me know who your name is. I can help you. Hopefully you guys listen to me on gold and silver. Now look at gold. So again, why our system is so good. Silver is saying to look for reasons to stop and take shorts. Gold is telling you to look for longs. That means you get out of the way and let other people get wrecked. Oil's slowly creeping up. Again, the goal is to get to our average win up there. I don't know if we're going to get it. And there's Bitcoin going as well. It just, again, guys, I wouldn't touch ETH. Ethereum has too much support in our system, but Bitcoin hitting the day system and the weekly system stacked. I teach you guys, as does Quetz, reminds you like how important it is when you have the day system stacked in the weekly system. It's such a big advantage because it doesn't happen often, and then you're seeing the reaction happen. We did get a new close. Watch, everybody. This is really, really important. Stay with me because the next close is New York Open. Right now, Apple is now looking for puts at open. Microsoft is now looking for puts at open. You can see a bearish candle close below the box, and it didn't hit a box below. And then Amazon and Tesla are trending bullish, so we can't do anything. So they're not going to be helpful. And I believe NVIDIA was the same thing. That's why I said NVIDIA. Yeah, NVIDIA is also trending. So Microsoft and Apple are telling us the reasons to look for puts at open. The other three are just trending bullish, so it's not going to help us. If you're asking me, why don't you check Google and Meta? I just don't care about them as much. I don't play them as options ideas. I can look at them for you real quick so you can see what the system did, but it's not going to change anything. Get rid of this idea from yesterday. You can see they're both trending as well. So 5 out of the top 7 are trending bullish, and then Microsoft and Apple, the two biggest of the stock market, are both now confirmed looking for puts. What's my brain? What's my brain? Instead on NVIDIA. See if Bitcoin will fall through the next level. Again, US 30, folks, if you guys got in at that initial entrance up here that I gave you, with that close, you've already gone the average win. You guys see that? Let me move this one off. There's 100. You guys see the average win? Again, 105 points, handles, whatever you want to call it. However helps you sleep at night. But that move is done. Now it's just about putting your stop to break even. So here, protect your position for that New York opening bell, which could trip it. Plus, you've already gotten the average. Again, this is the second position, not the one that was from a demo and paper trade purpose right there. Such a good entrance too, man. I won't be on much longer after the bell. And then True Algo members, I'll check on you guys around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope the rest of you guys have a good New York session. Again, talking about that earlier, the pound is telling us to look for shorts, but DXY is saying stop. It's the same story on gold and silver. So you have to hurry up and wait on Forex side. Oil getting another big push up. If you guys can remember, the goal is to get oil up to 67.67. Easy number to remember. So hopefully New York pushes it up there. Hope is not a strategy, but we've already moved box to box using our system. I'm just telling you this is the average win on oil up there. I'm going Dale, there is the MNQ. We don't show the micro chart. All ideas should stem from the mini chart because you guys might think that the micros and minis are identical. They're not. So we use I use the mini chart to show everybody because this is the best data there is. And then you can make your actions on the next side to the right using your micro charts. But there's no reason to look at it. It'll look identical to this as far as the candles, but the boxes should always be taken from the mini chart. You guys see US 30? Typically we get a divergence here at New York Open, everyone, even if you guys aren't a member. So typically you will get US 30 and the NQ to if the NQ does this, US 30 will do that. Right now, just looking at our system, US 30 is saying that it wants to go down at New York Open and the NQ is going to go up. It is a CPI day, so volatility injection is a little bit different at New York Open, so maybe they won't diverge, but statistically speaking, it's like a 95% chance that they will diverge right at open. And if you guys aren't a member, you can write that down. So the NQ and US 30 will diverge at New York Open for the first 45 minutes. And then after that, they correct. Silver and gold still dropping it like it's hot. Again, this is that same story, guys. Look right here. You see silver? You've got a stacked box daily system inside of the weekly system. It's a magnet. We teach this in our learning platform. Bitcoin's dropping again. And then if you look over here at Bitcoin, same story. Look, that daily system stacked in the weekly system. ETH even had the daily system, but it's not the same weekly version. It's the zone that stopped it in its heart. But Bitcoin about to put in another low. If ETH closes up here, or Tether, then that can continue to bring down the crypto market. And I'll take that all day and hope that helps you guys. 6 minutes from New York Open. Still nothing on Russell. The Russell has to close down here at 2041 basically with the bearish candle, and then we can look for reasons to take a short. But as of right now, you are neutral on the Russell. That's where the short would be. But yeah, man, just awkwardly waiting for the next 5 minutes. If you guys have questions, you got to bring them in now, because I'm going to jump off right when New York opens. And then hopefully that was helpful for you today as we're about to hit that 1 hour mark. All right. And again, I know not all of you are members, but like, guys, this is what trading should feel like. There are too many YouTube things that you guys watch of some person showing you them trading. They're on the 1 minute chart. I think that's the most common thing I see is the 1 minute chart. And then they suck you in with their thumbnails where they made $7,000 or $10,000 or $13,000 in 1 minute. And it's just like, man, if you think that's going to cause you to like break out of the system and you're going to be a profitable trader, I don't understand why people can't see it both ways. Like if you can win 7,000 in a minute, you can lose 20,000 in a minute. And so please stop getting duped by those people. Stop getting duped by all the mentorships that are sold out there. We just had a member message us last night. He was a member before, he left, took on a mentorship, paid a lot of money for it, and then got scammed. So I know there's a lot of BS out there, and this is the one place you won't have that happen to you. Bitcoin's getting a little bit of relief right now from the bottom of the box. I mean, it's barely budging, but just still finding support there currently. Again, Tether's got to close up here bullish. It's guaranteed to be a bullish candle, by the way. It just needs to close up there. Right now, you can see it's hitting the same box that Bitcoin is. So it's really cool to watch the system lockstep across assets. But Bitcoin closed below, Tether closed above, shorts is what we'll see. 2.5 minutes from New York Open. Apple playing out so far. Tesla playing out so far. Again, True Algo members, what I was telling you guys on Sunday about Tesla, it was down 46 or 48% year to date, like just literally in the first 3 months of market open for the year. It's down like 70% or something from the all-time high or something close to that. And now they literally are getting Tesla for free. Mello, no, you don't need to use the 4 hour for crypto unless you're really trying to swing off our weekly system. 30-minute candles are fine, bud. I mean, you can see that down here at the low. Down here. There's your 30-minute candles. You can use 4 hours. We do that on the macro side. So like right here would be your 4 hour close right here. Watch. There. And then look. Sorry, that was last week. I don't know what I'm over there for. Right here. There's your 4 hour bullish confirmation from the system. And then that caught the literal low, just like that. And you can see there's no 4 hour bearish confirmation from the weekly system. So if you want to do that, you can. But just stay on 30 minutes, bud. It's plenty fine. US 30 is about to hit the exact average win, guys. There it is. Tech, what you see right now is what I do. We are not a buy-sell signal service like you get from other places. That doesn't work. And when you say profit and target and stop loss, I don't have to do that. You have the stats. You just saw it on US 30. I don't have to tell you how far to let it go. You have the stats, and then the only issue is like something on oil, which we teach you. This is the average move on oil. Look, 62 ticks, 62 ticks. But the box is in the way. So like you as a trader have to make a decision whether or not you're going to stop the play at the box, because that box, as soon as you get a bearish confirmation, that play is now done. But we're not a signal service. Our system in our Discord, every time the boxes are hit and has a valid confirmation, it will fire off an alert in our Discord, so you don't have to stare at the charts 24/7. You can also set your own alerts, but we are not the Telegram services that you guys are used to, or all the other things that don't work, where it's somebody posting their calls and stuff like that. That shit doesn't work. Excuse my language. Sorry, YouTube. There's again reason why all that stuff is a scam. So try to not look for us to be like that. US 30 going well again, continuing its shorts. Even if you guys got in on that next retracement, going fantastic right there. Not retracement, but the second confirmation. Russell, folks, you're still neutral. You can see, so freaking good. Look at Apple and look at Microsoft. Remember I said you can't do anything with Tesla and Nvidia and Amazon because they're trending bullish. Look at puts at open. Across the board. And then Apple's already at the first take profit box. $2 move on the option chain. Fantastic, which is helping that US 30 short push down. And then, by the way, live again, look at US 30 and the NQ diverging. Look, green candle, red candle, divergence. There you go. That's what we're here to do to help. So good, man. And now Bitcoin's starting to pour in some more shorts. We did get a bearish confirmation on Bitcoin, but the problem is Tether didn't confirm bullish, guys. So it just means Bitcoin's going to struggle right here. It's already pushed down somewhat, but just be aware. See if we can get that oil move to push up. You are still neutral on gold and silver. Silver is now telling you to be bearish, but the problem is gold is stuck at a box. So you have to sit here again and wait another 30 minutes on gold and silver. Bitcoin's pushing up again. You can see that average move. You guys see it on US 30, and now we're ticking up. There's zero reason to push up, right? You'd have to find all these different technical analysis and logical fallacies to support why price is currently pushing up. But our average move was hit on US 30, and now it's retracing. And then you can see here the ES and NQ. That's a bullish confirmation on the ES. We said it earlier. And the NQ is neutral, so you can't do anything. But that's why you're seeing the uptick now. And watch Apple and Microsoft still going well. And then the trends forming on Nvidia, Amazon, and Tesla. I'll show you Amazon here in a second. Yep. And it's going to be trending, so now it's not going to help. You see Apple taking profit at the box. Microsoft cleared its gap, hit its open, whatever you want to call it. Which is why these are pushing up now. All right, folks. I did tell you guys I was going to bail as soon as it opens is here. I appreciate you. I've already been on it for an hour. Listen, man, you guys can all decide when you want to jump in. I know you've been scammed by all the places that you've been before, and if they worked, you wouldn't be talking to us in the first place. That's why you're talking to us, because it's not working. If you want consistency and help, you guys, we are here. And the most important thing is, like, we help you live. So if you want live help on candles, then make the jump, join. I know we're not cheap, but guess what? You know what we also don't do? We don't offer lifetime memberships like everybody else does. Like, we invest in our members to make the system better. We don't push out new indicators. Like, we don't offer lifetime memberships. There's a reason why everything else does. We do not do what the other 95% do. So all I would ask is that you don't treat us like that. Don't treat us like the other 95%, and then take that 5% chance and see if we can help you guys break out of the mold. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. We have more volatility tomorrow for PPI. Take care. Appreciate you.